Hello everyone and welcome to another Mech Merlin stream. See quite a few people joining in. Homie Zone, Tasty2, Iowa, Shoyu Sugar, Tataimo, Welford DG. Who else is here? CP the Brick, Shaggin' Wagons, V-Dub, Too Faded, and quite a few other. Luminous Peak, Cal90. Thanks guys for joining in so early. So yeah, did not have a stream last week, but you know, this week we are doing it. We're doing it. So yeah, welcome to another week of your weekly Group Buy news. For those of you guys joining in for the very first time tonight, my name is Merlin, and every week, well, most weeks, Sunday night, 7:30 p.m. PDT, I talk about group buys that are starting and ending for the following week. This specific episode covers anything occurring tonight, July 31st, all the way till Saturday, August 6th. So everything is fair game. Here we go. Very first ending group buy is Ivy Ashes expiring today. This is a one kit key set. As you can see over here, it starts off at $89.99 and you get in my opinion, a fully featured set. You've got full size support and most of the common layouts in between. Of course, it's not just this, right? You've also got, what else? You've also got Dark Moon switches, you've got some artisans, and you've got some desk mats and a cable. If you were to join in on all of this, you are looking to spend roughly upwards of $170. Ivy Ashes is actually PBT cherry profile. Here are some specs here. 1.55 millimeter thick PBT, die subbed, and it's funny how he does the wide capability, the wide compatibility. Alice, Arisu, HHKB, and Apple. All novelties included, custom box. Very cool. Very cool. So yeah, you are expecting a estimated delivery time of November this year, November 2022. Next item that is expiring is a GMK set. This one we got till tomorrow, August 1st. GMK Regal, starting at $140 for a fully featured base kit. Looks like, yep, full size support and most of the common layouts, even a bunch of split space bars. That's really cool. Also comes with extension, relegendables, novelties, a couple artisans here, and 2 desk mats for $20 each. So if you wanted to buy all of these kits in this key set, you are looking at $370. Since this is a GMK key set, do expect some pretty delayed deliveries. The current estimate right now is Q4 2023. But yeah, I believe when I first talked about this, I said because this is a purple set. It's one of those sets that I can't really see. But to me, this actually comes off as a very dark blue. So I'm kind of thinking of getting it. Because it does look nice to me, just it's probably not what most people see. Yeah, $140 for the base, $370 all in, Q4 2023 delivery. The next item that is expiring is another key set, this one expiring on the 4th. This one is from Drop. This is their newest DCX profile. Looks like I misspelled that. DCX is Drop's answer to cherry profile. It's basically cherry profile. Some keys, especially the spacebar, is a little bit taller, but more or less it's their answer to cherry profile. This is a one kit key set as well, similar to Ivy Ashes. This one goes at $99. Let's see if we can get a picture of the kit compatibility. Let's see, here we go, this is it right here. So yeah, full size supporting base kit once again in one of the more popular colorways, Dolch. If you guys like Dolch, this is what it looks like. This does have an ETA of, it's funny how it's supposed to expire on the 4th, and then it has an ETA of August 2022. There's a chance you might get it if you ordered early. I'm not sure if you like DCX. Hey, if you like cherry profile PBT, I'm pretty sure you will like DCX. It's very marginally different. But yeah, $99, pretty cool, good colors. It's Dolch. A lot of people like Dolch. I'm personally not a big fan of Dolch just because I've seen it occur so many times. Like the only version of Dolch I personally like is Yolch, and I have the EPBT ABS version of it. Last but not the least, in terms of key sets, we've got one expiring on the 5th, so one day after this. This one expires on the 5th. This is Milky Way Mango Keylime, starting at 90 bucks for a base kit. And as you guys can see, it's not full size like the previous key sets that we've talked about. This one's TKL with looks like 65 and 75% support and just one type of space bar. But yeah, here you go, 90 bucks for the base, and of course you've got numpad for 20, space bars for 22, 40 support for 29, international for 22, and a KBM cheesecake metal artisan going for 35. So if you were to buy all of this, you're looking at spending 183 bucks. If you do buy this, there's an estimated delivery time of Q1 2023. So it's still next year. Still next year, but not too long of a wait. Helicopter says, I'm obsessed with the colors, but I couldn't get over the fact that I couldn't see the legends. Yeah, a lot of people have said that about this. I was a big fan of GMK Fengli. I think that one portrays the legends much better. Let's see, DJ Ben subscribing with Prime. Thank you very much. Subscribed for 6 months, currently on a 1-month streak. Thank you. Thank you so much. I hope you come back more often for these subs. See, I'm Kire says, do you own any Milky Way sets? Yes, I do. I have a black on white set. I recently got a atmosphere set. I have their cat set, which is on my Neong 75. And yeah, I've been a big fan of Milky Way myself. But yeah, this guy, Q1 2023 delivery, base 90, full 183 bucks. So as far as I know, those are the only 4 key sets that are expiring this week. Just as a quick recap, that's IV Ashes, GMK Regal, DCX Dolch, and Milky Way Mango Keylime. Out of these 4 key sets, which ones are you guys most interested in? Very cool. Yeah, looks like Ashes and Regal are the 2 most popular sets this week. Then again, there's only 4 key sets expiring this week, so, you know. Let's see. Ashes. As I said earlier, this is a set that I'm joining in on, so yeah, this is a no-brainer for me. I really like these colors. Regal, I would, like I said earlier as well, this looks like a very dark blue set to me, even though I know it's purple. I wouldn't even use these split space bars. I won't even use the numpad. I won't even use the ISO enter, so it's kind of like I'm paying extra money for stuff that I won't use. But that seems to be the case for a lot of GMK sets these days. If I had to pick between the 2, well, you guys already know, I pick Ashes. Let's talk about keyboards that are expiring. The very first one is for all you HHKB lovers. Hopefully I'm pronouncing it correctly this week, but it is the Evija. Going for 450 bucks for Lightning Silver, Nox 3 Pink, and of course you've got the polycarb versions for 50 bucks more, for 500 bucks. The Smoke Gray and Pink Frost. Let me look at that. So this is effectively a shell for your HHKB. You also have housing for the HHKB Professional 2, utilizing the same construction method as a real force. It's been refined. The 2022 model has been refined into an even better package whilst keeping the same fundamental looks and concept. Looks like carbon fiber plates are also available. That's really cool. Seamless case design, top mount plate, 8-degree base angle. This has a projected delivery time to customers of Q2 2023. So yeah, if you've been feeling bored with the aesthetics of your HHKB, this might be one that you consider. If you're getting in on this for the first time, you are spending almost $1,000. So yeah, this is quite expensive. For lack of a better word, this is quite expensive. But yeah, if you guys are interested in this, you have until today. The next board that is expiring expires tomorrow on August 1st. There we go. This one is called the Brane. the Brane starting at 210. Of course, it does go up a little bit more based on the optional add-ons that you add in. If you're in for an HHKB style 40%, this might be the board you go for. Different layouts that you can do, but in fact it comes with two layouts. This is called the Synapse one. Then of course you've got the Brick, which is your typical ortholinear. Then of course you've got the Cerebral, which just splits it up just like that. Do that. Look at all that. Very cool. Wilfer says, unfortunately the Brane doesn't come with the logo engraving for the GB. Oh really? Yeah, 210 goes up to 250 depending on your selections. Here we go. That's what I wanted to see. This looks like a butt, I know, right? If you look at that Brane upside down, it does look like a butt. There we go. Oh, this is called the Brick layout, and they put like a brick solder mask on that. That's pretty funny. If you guys are interested in a 40% keyboard with a unique layout, consider the Brane, expiring tomorrow. All right, let's see what's next. The last board that's expiring is a board that I missed when it first came out, so consider this a missed / ending portion. And hopefully I'm pronouncing this correct, but this is called the Liberi or the Liberi. I don't know how it's pronounced. I don't know where the accent goes, but this one expires on the 5th. And this is a 65% with 2 macro columns on the left. Starting at, actually the only price for it is 420 bucks, and you can choose between blue and gray. A 65% with the blocker separating the space bar from the arrow keys. Looks like brass weight, top mount plate, logo on the brass weight. Cool. A couple renders here. Looks nice. I recently got to build a similar board called the Tsukuyomi. I enjoyed having like columns, like macro columns on the left, but it was kind of like I didn't really know what macros I wanted to put on it. I was just like messing around with it, so not a strong use case for me quite yet. If you are an artisan collector, then this is it's your artisan column. Cool, lots and lots of pictures. There we go. Okay, I think that's the end of it. 420, no matter which option you choose, and it has a potential delivery date of Q1 2023. So yeah, check it out before the 5th. So as far as I know, those are the only keyboards that are expiring this week. Just as a quick recap, that's the Evija, a HHKB enclosure that you can choose in either metal or polycarb. The Brane, a 40% board with interesting layouts, or the Liberi keyboard or Liberi keyboard, a 65% with blocker and 2 macro columns to the left. Out of these 3 keyboards, which one is the audience most interested in? Let me know in the chat. Let's see, if I had to choose between these 3, I am not a 40% user, so Brane is out of the question. The Evija, I am not an HHKB user either. I've never appreciated HHKB. So the only board that's really something that would grab my attention is the Liberi. But at $420 and the fact that I already have a bunch of 65%, it doesn't win me over quite yet. So yeah, I'm gonna agree with a lot of you here. This week is a skip for me when it comes to keyboards. So yeah, let's see. As far as I know, let me just pull out today's total. The Gion XT Keyboard Extras is coming, so I'm saving for that. Nice. Wallet hurting from seeing too many I've liked in past streams. Yeah. There. Let me just grab the total for you guys. I usually have it written down, but I forgot to write it down this time. The total for this week is Okay, if you guys wanted to buy every single kit in a key set that I talked about, starting from Ashes, and you wanted to buy the premium editions of the Brane, the Liberi, or the Evija, you're looking at a grand total of $1,961. So keep in mind, this has no taxes, no customs fees, and no shipping. Just $1,961. So in reality, you're probably spending $2,500 to go all in this week. Brane Law says a small amount for Merlin. The joke continues. It never dies, just like the wizard. But yeah, 1,961 to go all in this week. Let's see. A small loan, says Halkanata. What's the Alan Harper price? The Alan Harper price, which is the bare minimum all in. As oxymoronic as that sounds, let's see. Let me grab it. This is if you were to just buy only the base kits. Only the base kits. It's actually not that much different. The Alan Harper price is $1,499. But yeah, not that big of a difference. Let's see. Most of the difference in pricing came from... Let me look. Came from Ivy Ashes, if you bought all of the Artisans and Desmats, and in GMK Regal. And I guess for Mango Keylime, that's where the rest of that $500 came from. Okay, makes sense, makes sense. But yeah, let's talk about some missed group buys, as I alluded to at the beginning of this stream. No matter how much I keep track of things, I am always gonna miss something. Even with you guys helping me during the audience group buys, actually, there's stuff that just pops up that I'm like, wait, no one mentioned that, and I never read about that either. Is the Krado 68. This one is running until August 22nd. This is $90 for the acrylic stacked. This one is the one that's $35 to $40. The actual acrylic case is the one that goes up to $135. So yeah, check it out. That you may also notice that it's, even though it's called a Krado 66, it's a little bit different. See, this is so weird but really interesting. Yeah, I think I misspoke earlier. This Krado 66, from its layout, from the look of its layout, this reminds me more of a 660 rather than a 65 or a 68. But there are, like, if you look at the sides here, it just looks so weird. It's not very symmetrical, which is one thing that I don't like about it. But yeah, let's see. Other features: USB-C center mount, ESD overcurrent protection, cool. Apparently it's hot swap, encoder support, and it's got RGB underglow. Powered by both QMK and Vial and Via. You can get an FR4 skeleton case kit for $30 to $40, or you can get an acrylic case for $130. If you guys have been long-time viewers of this channel, you know that I do not like stacked acrylic cases, simply because I feel like they're so hard to put together, and then it's just super annoying. Yeah, not a fan of these, but I am very interested in the layout that this proposes. Krakenwise says, I love weird boards, but orthos are a bridge too far for me. For Granted says, gotta love this hobby. It doesn't exist. You can make your own oddly specific want happen. Oh, absolutely. So yeah, check it out. This is a board that I missed. Delivery date, potential delivery date is Q4 of 2022. Alright, what's up next is... There you go. This is a board that a lot of people have been talking about, but I missed this last week as well, and this one expires on the 25th. There you go. This is the AKB OGR. Look at that. A very vintage looking board, if you will. It's even got room for a pen rail, but similar to the Liberi, this is a 65% with macro keys on the left, with 2 columns of macro keys on the left. So yeah, this one goes for a, I know the pricing in there is in pounds, but if you were to convert that to US dollars, this is roughly $555. Inspired by the Cherry G81 3077 or the G80 0832. 10-degree typing angle, which scares me because at least for me, the way that my wrists are like made, anything above 9 starts to feel really uncomfortable for me. Let's see, bead blasted and anodized finish, top mounted carbon fiber plate, pretty awesome. Usual firmware support, all that, LED indicators and caps lock, integrated cable. It's an absolute unit. Nice. Looks good for the office with macro pad. That's good for gaming and video editing. Nice board, but not totally into the aesthetics of it. If you're big on vintage, but also appreciate modern conveniences that our hobby has afforded us, this might be the board for you. Carbon fiber leaf spring, AKB bump ons. So you can choose your typical Dolch colorways or blue-gray. You can choose 6.25U bottom row or 7U bottom row. Okay. Ashes would look good on it. Yeah, agree with you on that. I like vintage boards, but I wouldn't necessarily say that I like the vintage aesthetic. Like for me, one and done. Like I've got one board, like the Saturn 60. That's my vintage board with modern features. I'm done. So I was certainly going to go all in on this one, but I pulled out. Yeah, it's not a look for everyone, but if you like vintage boards, then yeah, go all in. This one has a expected delivery date of Q2 2023. So I assume it's that late versus all the other boards I talked about, simply because it's a massive unit and probably requires more time on the CNC machine. 80s banker vibes, I know, right? But yeah, you guys have until the 25th to make your decision on this. So yeah, this week we have not too many things starting, to be honest with you. But the first item is a key set. Here we go. This one is starting on the 5th and is running until the 19th. Here we go. This one is DCS Dark Sky. There we go. DCS Dark Sky. Look at that. Another set from Pudsey. This one looks like it's running all signature plastic stock colors. See, do I have an AC in the room? My AC is in the living room, cooling down the cats. I pre-cooled this room and then I brought it back outside. But you know, like the heat is still very much getting to me. Yeah, look at that. You put it on an NK87. I think this is actually a pretty good looking set. It's definitely got some Dolch vibes to it. Bam says we want the Key Cult build. Key Cult build will probably happen on Tuesday. Go, more renders. No, some renders have been slightly resized due to the Imgur file size limits. Okay. Not bad. Yeah, I really like those yellow arrow keys. Like the colors on Dark Sky. Yeah. Let's see. I think this is another single kit key set. Going for 145 bucks. Yeah, fairly expensive. Fairly expensive. Go number 160. Very cool. Go the Wampus. It's not a board that I see very often in renders. This is an SP set. Yes, this is a signature plastic set in their DCS profile, their cherry-like profile. Sounds like the AC went out. Did something pop? You love the DCS profile? Yeah, I would say I'm indifferent to the DCS profile. It was one of the first profiles that I typed on, but this was kind of like in the beginning of my keyboard career, if you will, where there was so much stuff that I was learning that I couldn't really, it was really hard to figure out what I liked and what I did not like. I just know that out of all that chaos, all of that confusion, I did settle on DSA and Cherry. Those were the two winners for me during that time. But I don't know, maybe Maybe if I did it again, maybe I'd like DCS. Who knows? The font on this seems weird than other DCS sets. It should be the same. It should be the Signature Plastics modified Gorton font. Yeah. Overall, I think this is a pretty good looking set. 145. I don't know. Maybe. Where do I buy DSA from? I bought a bunch of my DSA sets straight from Signature Plastics. So Signature Plastics is actually located here in Washington State. They're actually just like, they're like right on the border of Canada and Washington. So every time I bought from them, it's literally showed up the next day. So super quick for me. Let's see, Fantab subscribed with Prime. Thank you very much for your support. See, Kraken Wise says, Yeah, for those people who are so used to the GMK font and GMK colors, DCS may come off as a surprise to you. Let's see, it's Bam's girlfriend. Thanks for loving your kitties. There we go. Yes, I absolutely love my kitties. I even have a little cat pool situated for them. I've got little robofish swimming around while they play with it. The Shaggin' Wagon says, Pimp My Keyboard, Signature Plastics website. If I recall correctly, yes, it's called Pimp My Keyboard. Okay. Anyway, let's talk about the next item that is starting. So once again, this is DCS Dark Sky, starting on the 5th, running till the 19th. One kit only. And it sells for 145. I would expect this to be, based on what I've seen DCS do, probably Q3 of 2023. Not as bad as GMK, but still pretty bad in my opinion. Right, next up is a keyboard. This one is a 60%. This is the Tetrix 60 keyboard. Starting at 339. This is another one of those 60%. You pick WinKey, HHKB, WKL. Several case colors afforded as well. Let's see, anything here? Top case, bottom case. Only 60 units available. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Now look at that. Like, I used to love 60%. Like, every time there was a 60% board that came out, I was definitely in on the group buy. So yeah, I guess I just bought too many of them that I'm no longer that intrigued. Kind of starting to feel the same about 65. So I'm like, we'll see how this goes. We'll see how this goes. Oh, look at that. GMK Hamon looks really nice on that. Cool. Let's see, anything. Let's see, Poron, case foam, plate foam, switch foam, Poron gaskets, daughter board, hex key, rubber bump-ons. See, I wish there was a little bit more detail about this board. Like, I would assume it's some type of gasket mount since they're talking about Poron gaskets, but I'd love to see an exploded layout of this so we see how everything comes together. Look at that. I'd like a closer look of that weight. Do they have a picture of that weight? Yes, they do. Can't exactly make out. Oh, wait. It's the Tetris thing. So yeah, looks like, yeah, it's the Tetris thing. Let's see, Bam says, you said you no longer really like TKLs either, so if you don't like TKL or 60s or 65, what do you like a lot? I like 75s. As shown by what I'm using tonight. My 7V. Like, I'm just starting to feel that way about 65s, but I still like 65s. Like, a large part of my collection is 65. Let's see, Obsteka says expensive, zero design. This is the Game Boy looking one, just not quite the colors they chose. You like the blue set? Join the 40s gang. You always got something different going on. Yeah, I've tried multiple times to join the 40s gang and the HHKB gang, and it just didn't work. Just didn't work for me. Like, one thing I've learned though is like, no, people will want you to try things, which is fine, but don't force yourself to like a particular keyboard just because all the cool kids do it, right? It'll come naturally, because I remember back when I was really into 60s, I never understood why anyone would like a 65 or a 75. I was just like, dude, just use layers. Just use layers, right? But, you know, over time, my tastes have changed. So yeah, if you guys are interested in this interesting looking keyboard at $339, this did start, or this is starting tomorrow and is running till September 1st. This is called the Tetrix 60, inspired by Tetris, of course. So yeah, just a quick show of hands, not that they're both keyboards or key sets, but out of the two that I've found that are starting today, which ones are you guys most interested in? The DCS Dark Sky or the Tetrix 60? General Mills says the Game Boy corner accent. Yeah. Helicopter says none really. Pass, none are that great. I know. None, neither. Tetrix 60. Yeah. I feel like if this was 2017, I would totally have gone for this board, but now, these days, not so much. If I could choose between either, it would be the DCS set. Dataimo says Tetrix 60, Shagenwagon says Tetrix 60. Cool. Yeah, for me, I don't know. Like, I like the DCS set. I like its colors, but I'm not too excited about its pricing. So, not so sure. Tetrix 60, I'm no longer into 60, so not appealing to me either. So yeah, this is the time where if you think I missed something this week, definitely send me a whisper here on Twitch. So do keep in mind the following. Send me some context, a link, start, end dates, anything to pay attention to, and most importantly, keep it to group buys that you think I missed that are either starting or ending this week. Don't send me in-stock stuff and all that. Just try and keep it to group buys and within this week. Once again, it's anything tonight, the July 31st, all the way till Saturday, August 6th. Fine. Apparently today, KBD Fans is releasing the Tiger 80 Lite. So yeah, if you guys remember, I had the opportunity to build a Tiger 80 in its aluminum form and a Tiger 80 Lite in its plastic form. In fact, let me just pull it out. Let me talk about it really quick. This is the Tiger 80 Lite, and I'm gonna have to say that I think KBD Fans has done it again. If you were really impressed with the KBD 67 Lite, I think you will love this just as much. My only complaint about it was that the aluminum felt really thin, so even the fully aluminum version just felt like it felt really cheap because it felt really light. But then once you started typing on it, and then once you started like listening to it, I was like, oh my gosh, this board sounds so good, feels so good. Since KBD Fans sent me both a plastic one and an aluminum one, I did some testing, and I found, in my opinion, that the best sounds and the best feel come when you mix and match the two together. So either the plastic bottom, metal top, or the plastic top, metal bottom. Of course, this means you need to buy both boards, so it can get pretty pricey. So yeah, this is my favorite combination in terms of aesthetics and feel. Because like this has underglow, I believe. No, it does not actually. Does not have underglow. Let's see, Baron Loss's correction. Andy gave the Tiger 80 Lite high praise in his latest video. Oh, okay. Yeah, I am not surprised. It is a great feeling board. And if you guys can swing it, I would highly recommend experimenting with matching the two halves together. You know, like I tried doing the same with the KBD67 Lite and the KBD67, but both boards were designed so differently. I think the KBD67 was never designed to become a polycarb variant, so you could never mix and match the two halves. But yet the Tiger 80 Lite, everything worked out really, really well. So yeah, check it out if you guys are interested. Let me put that in the group by list command. Tiger 80 Lite. All right. Let's see, are people sending me stuff here? Let me look. Yes, they are. Here, let's go with not technically a group buy. Well, I guess the pre-order counts too, but sure, let's go cover this one. Let's see, Son of Aries says, Merlin, why is the 7V out? Is this a tease for the R2? If you've been following my streams, I've been swapping out keycaps on boards that I'm tired of the keycaps on, and the 7V was just one of them. See, Hakunada says, we want a stock list, so you want me to go through Best Buy, Amazon, what else? Pretty much every website and talk what's in stock. We'd be here for like days. We'd be here for days. This one was sent over by Steve ML. Hello, why are you not loading? There we go. This is Deadline Studio, a newly established team, and according to, let's see, TLDR from Steve ML, it is, oh, Steve didn't even say anything, but this is a keycap set, fully transparent keycap set, PC keycap set. Interesting. Okay, so they have dark and light variants. Okay, if you guys remember a couple, I think it was 2 months ago at this point, I talked about like the Listerine keycaps that Drop was selling. After talking with people who had bought them and them complaining about all of the quality issues, I decided not to do that. But I've been wanting to get keycaps like that. So this might be it. This might be it. I'd definitely go for the darker shade though. So yeah, put this on my boulder. That's what I was thinking. See, what's the pricing? Does this even have a pricing on it yet? Or is it too new? Yeah, I'm not seeing any pricing. But hopefully it's as cheap as those drop caps, those Listerine drop caps. I think those are like, what, 40 bucks? See, Kraken Y says 76 for the base set. Oh, okay, 76. You know, if it's 76, but the quality is significantly better, like there's not much warpage, then yeah, sure. 76 is fine. All right, let's see. Thank you very much, Steve ML. Jack No sent me something too. I heard about this starting, but I guess I completely missed it. There you go. This one is the Lunar II. Oh, check that out. If you guys are a big Alps fan and have just been looking for a quality chassis to put your Alps keyboard in, this might be the one to go for. 399 bucks, made by IO3 or AIO3. You can choose between gray with silver, silver with black, beige with black, and you can do unified backspace or split backspace for the layouts. See, PVD steel weight. Whoa, there's even a solenoid bracket. Okay, that's pretty awesome. That solenoid bracket, oh man, this might make it a must buy for me. Let's see, split backspace. But do I really want to deal with ALP switches again. Like, I still have ALP switches, but do I really want to? I don't know. I don't know. Keyboard goes boom boom. Yeah, a lot of ALP switches tend to rattle too much for me. But I figure if I'm pairing it with the solenoid anyway, why would I care about rattle? The 100 unit allocation group buy will close on August 28th or when all slots are filled. Okay, so if I want to get in on this, I should probably act fast. Here we go, let's see what this is all about. The Chaosera, okay. Chaosera-cell.com, okay. It looks more like a TKL, to be honest. But it's not, it's the EAU75, okay. 290 bucks. It's not QMK powered. Power-on dampener, okay, so it's gasket mounted. Aluminum top and bottom, magnet F-row, RGB hot swap PCB. Even comes with Everglide V2 screw and stab, so that's a Duroc V2s as well. So individual pour-on foam between PCB and switches for 290 bucks. I like how it's a center-mounted USB. Basically squished the TKL. Yeah, it took off like one column off of the nav. It's almost a TKL. I think that's what's funny about it. Like on a quick glance, it looked like a TKL to me. But then I was like, wait, no, it's missing that one column. And it's got a blocker. See, Mohaba says, that's not a weight, it doubles as a blocker. Oh, interesting. That's so weird, but cool. Weird, but cool. They also have artisan blockers too. Okay. No, I think this is a pretty cool looking board with a novel feature. Would love to see this built, say. And I hope this firmware is actually pretty good. Anyway, check it out, guys. If you are interested. Infinite Nacho sent me the Monkey Standard, introducing the keyboard for the rest of us. Okay. So my estimate was 120. This Singaporean dollar, 214. What's my guess? Guessing 120-ish. This is 150. Oh, okay. So a little bit more expensive than I was expecting. Interesting. But I can see why, because it's Bluetooth. All of the other boards that I previously mentioned did not have Bluetooth in it. So yeah, I can see why. See, this is with switches and keycaps as well. Oh, okay. With switches and keycaps at 158 bucks, that's a very good deal. It's a very good deal. It's I would say this is a good deal for someone who's getting into keyboards, because for the most part, a lot of us, at least I would assume a lot of you guys currently watching live already have your switches, already have your keycaps, you know? So buying another board with black on white might not be as appealing to you. Mekibo is the US vendor, so 140. Okay. USB-C cable. Quality expectations. Colors may vary slightly. Okay. Updates, completion date, November 2022. Let's see, Weekday Fever says you even have a desk mat included. Okay. Yeah, this is, okay, with that said, I think this is great for anyone joining the hobby wanting a quality TKL from a reliable vendor. So this is great. Let's see, here we go. Live now. Estimated November 2022. Okay. So you can choose switches. So unfortunately, you are only limited to Cherry switches, Cherry branded switches, which, you know, hot swap. Is it hot swap? Yes, hot swappable PCB. Perfect. Okay. Okay, this seems to be like a one and done kind of deal. Yeah. Even the back looks really neat. Okay, I'm glad I'm glad that it's hot swappable, because if you are new to the hobby and you buy this with the Cherry MX switches, and you have a board of this caliber, You will soon find out that Cherry branded switches aren't the greatest. I wonder if they're Cherry Hyperglides. Good question. You might have to go on their Discord just to find out. Because if they're Hyperglides, then that's definitely better. But I still feel anything from Gateron or like JWK still exceeds them. You love the split right shift, yeah. I think that's a good addition. Alright. Not seeing anyone send me stuff again. Let's see, Wilfer sent me an update to last stream. Okay. Yeah, looks like we're good. Yeah, thanks guys for joining in. My next stream will be this coming Tuesday, in which I am building a key cult. This key cult, I was supposed to build this on Saturday, this past Saturday, but since my power went out or something, I couldn't do it. So yeah, this Saturday, 7:30 p.m. PDT, will be building my key cult, and I'll finally answer the question that I've been meaning to answer for the longest time. Will I like my key cult as much as my other TKLs? Come and find out on Tuesday. Thanks guys for joining in, and hope you have a good rest of your week, or start to your week even. Bye everyone.